Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 18 of OOD Legions of Nagash's R campaign. In today's episode we're here for a duel against Imric. This is a little bit of a spooky one. I've been sitting here kind of staring at this, figuring out exactly how we dismantle this army. He's got a very elite core of Lothern Sea Guard, a very kind of pitiful group of spearmen and rangers, so these guys must have just been replaced. He does however have an elite core of Sea Guard and a Sun Dragon. Of course, he is on his named Star Dragon, and then their other mage is also on a Sun Dragon. So we've got lots of dragons to deal with. Thankfully, the Morghast Archai does enjoy dragon, his scythe across people's face. So let's swing on into this fight here. We have the means to win. Auto-resolve thinks we're going to lose. I mean, honestly, if you were fighting this and you weren't confident, take this auto-resolve. That is a very good win. We're going to fight it, of course. Alright, quick jump cut. Try as I might to hold back the coughing, I failed, so to save you guys the eardrums, we are going to go ahead and set up with our spearmen in front of our zombies. That way they can catch the initial brunt of arrows, and they can send the zombies through to distract and harass the rangers. Our bonus versus infantry lads, I want also facing down the rangers. Lance is going to be smashing into the Lothern Sea Guard. The fact that they are Lothern Sea Guard instead of normal archers makes them a lot more dangerous. Let's go to Nagash as our guard here with Virian the Grim, trying to keep all the zombies in play. Which, actually, Virian apparently is also a Mortarch. So Virian the Grim here, one of our many Mortarchs, as well as the King of Grimbarrow and a couple of the others that are actually just RORs. Which I think is kind of cool. Alright, so how we're going to do this is we're going to have the bats go deal with the... Bats are going to deal with the eagle with some spell support. The Archai is going to deal with the dragon. And Manfred is going to drop some nasty spirit leeches on either Michaela or... Yeah, we got to go after Michaela first, then we can hit the dragon. So we want to delay battle as long as possible with our infantry by pulling them back. Excellent. Virian, you come back here with them. And then you three also just kind of wherever works. Do two on one side, one on the other. They do have the Dragon Princes, but if we use all three of our Vargulfs, that should be not a challenge whatsoever. Alright. Bats, bring yourselves on forward here with Manfred. Alright then, let's do this. My cure is death.
Swift as death's wings.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the fireballs Michaela's gonna throw. Those are gonna be obnoxious, but they're not gonna deal that much damage. Let's go ahead and pull her or them back. We're gonna go for Overcast Spear Leech. Switch over to the Gaze of Nagash. Fire that her way as well.
Witness true power.
Indeed, we will need to fall back here.
I am the true emperor.
Tons of damage. And then we turn and throw a fireball at her as well. And while that all is going on, we will Legionary Barrage through the Lothern Sea Guard group here. Right, both those contingent. That's some pretty solid damage. Kayla is, of course, a fire mage, so she didn't take as much damage there from the fireball. You just gonna sit here and wait for me? How much wins do we have? A ton. Seems like a bad call there. Drop it here. Should have been a little bit faster, but I'll keep dealing damage. They're forced to come towards us. Yeah, it seems to be the vortex spells that activate them. Alright, fall back. Bats come off to the side here. Very cleverly keeping Michaela next to Emmerich.
Empower me.
Let's save for the empowered version. We just have 30 seconds.
We surpass Nagash.
We surpass Nagash. And now let's go this way. "14 seconds. We'll probably just want to throw the fireball towards the eagle since it's not going to have any kind of resistances to fire. So we'll chuck the fireball at the eagle. Like they're walking towards us.
I serve me.
Bam.
Preternatural.
And if the eagle wants to get any closer, it is very doomed.
I hunger.
Another fireball, this time coming our way. Fair enough.
Wings.
Everyone moving. So mesh up, and I love that they're continuing to attack the dragon, or the bats. Move up, and let's get power up the Spirit Leech. That should be an easy fight for you. Go ahead and drop a heal on this big blob. Okay, let's throw in fireballs at our squad now. Hateful Lass. Go ahead and fall back there, Manfred. We did lose the bats. The eagle's gone. Let's go ahead and turn around and hit Emmerich. Drop the Spirit Leech on the incoming dragon. Mesh Ship taking some hits. Go ahead and give him the Potion of Strength. Drag him down. Alright, Mesh Ship getting hit a little bit harder here. Let's go ahead and bring him away and let the bats fill in for a moment. And Manfred, if we can pull you away from this dragon, that'd be awesome. Drop the Spirit Leech as you fly, you charge back in to hit them. Breath of Darkness goes to Oyas. I was giving him the wrong name. Let's go. Bring you back towards the line. Line here and Karate Chop Michaela. Alright, they are starting to blast into our line now, so let's do something about it. You guys charge in here. Battle Cats get to fight against Vargolfs, how exciting. Virian, let's bring yourself this way. Cavalry, we're going to send you way wide. The Dragon Princes are going to be obnoxious. Let's go ahead and actually drop the Apocalyptic Swarm. I think things are a little bit spicy otherwise. Mesh Ship is now defeating Emmerich quite nicely.
We surpass Nagash.
Power up. Drop a Spirit Leech, and that should scare off the dragon, no problem. Apocalyptic Swarm and Mochi, calm down. Just running up and down her catchery at max speed here.
I am the greatest sorcerer.
That swarm. Let's go ahead and bring in the cavalry. I guess we did the greatest job charging them through. Just smash into this middle area. Nagash is our guard. Hit the White Lions. Virian. Staying over here is probably a good idea. We're going to lose at least a couple of the guys. Emmerich getting dragged down by an Angel of Nagash.
Hearken to my will. Attack!
Alright, come on this way. We'll just drop a Spirit Leech and move out of here. There it is. Emmerich is fleeing, tail between his legs. Have these Black Knights go hit the Lions there. Thank goodness for the Apocalyptic Swarm. It is broken strong. Alright, zombies, I prefer you not be dueling Dragon Princes solo, so let's bring in Manny to help out. And we can also summon bats just everywhere. Summon in some zombies to also keep bogging them down. And go hit this dragon. Imric is gone, so we'll bring our lovely Archive back over. These Dragon Princes are doomed.
All life must end.
Therian's in there by himself. Let's drop a Breath of Life on this crew. Knights come back in. This squad is broken. We'll have all of our infantry. Move this way. And the Vargulfs as well. If we can break this line of High Elves, that is the end for them. And how Virion works is he summons in 3 units of Skeletal Reapers as the enemy gets weaker. So as this guy gets lower in health, Virion will turn them into Skeletal Reapers. Drop in here, Mesheb. Go on you, Mesheb. Your name is Oyas. You two come back this direction. We'll see these guys turn into Reapers before too long. Very similar to the Reapers in Mass Effect. For the king! Wink away their health, and that looks to be the end for Imric's force. So very unfortunate for him. We ended up losing about 200 to his 1,500 soldiers. Glorious. We have plenty of beam poles to run down. I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, and like that, the arrogant Dragon Prince is defeated. Him and his glowy-eyed dragon. We actually only ended up losing our bats in the fight, which is completely acceptable, although they didn't get to rise again, which is quite sad. Flying Chicken Nuggets do not rise again. Let's go ahead and get the extra Winds of Magic. Well, there goes Imric. Here were dragons. Additional 8 bonusy large and some fire resist for our next fight. Speaking of next fight, would you two stop? In one battle for dominance between Gray and Mochi later, we return. And we come back with an undead bard. The rude host of Kalidor is defeated, giving us Battle Master some more leadership for all of our armies, keeping our undead fighting. The true von Karstein. I truly didn't want to deal with Imric, so the fact that he's gone means we can turn around and keep going after Labaris, which for Neferata will be dealing with them in a hurry.
An intriguing play.
It's an intriguing play. Over here, Manfred. We'll bring you in some more bats as needed because stopping artillery pieces is extremely important. Lamia is getting all upgraded nicely. Jan Hansa. Where are we sending you? Let's just bring you on down to scout. See what's happening in Labaris, where their armies are at, and which ones we need to fit our own forces to deal with. Curse of Years is a pretty nice spell. It silences enemies? Yoink. You just thought you were using spells against us. Let's go Mentor for the Dread King. Scarred Vet for his Archive. Let's go Curse of Years. It's an incredible ability to be able to just silence whatever you want. Spellcaster or just hero with very strong activated abilities, they all go away. Alright. Where we're still truly concerned is over here with all of these greenskins. Good grief.
They will serve.
They will serve. So if we lose Kimry, we'll have to see if we end up losing that technology. Be a bit unfortunate, because I think we've already finished the actual ritual. Yeah, siphoning Kimry's already been done, so my will be done is affecting all of our characters. Everyone around them is going to have a little bit more melee attack and melee defense, too. Not bad. Alright, let's pull up the province tab here. So much going on. Upgrades to Morgheim sound great. So let's go ahead and throw in the Avenue of Monuments for maximum cash there. And then how much is it for the Lost Necropolis? 5,000. Let's go ahead and save for that next. Should really just take a single battle. Conquered all the way up to Mirgliano and then turned around.
Bats and wolves, gather.
Good news is, so did Raponce. If she just leaves completely, we'll start moving him up towards Miragliano to prepare for the attack on Skavenblight so we can secure ourselves another Warpstone mine. As soon as a couple of these armies are dealt with, we can have our own start moving. Melvin.
Darkness comes.
The darkness comes. Let's give you some Dire Wolves and a couple of Skelly Warriors. Spooky Melvin.
This better be important.
You are going to be exactly 852 upkeep. Interesting. Do we snag any more coin out of anyone through diplomacy? We can with Silostra's faction. She's fighting so many.
Sung for the greatest kings. Why must I entertain you?
Because the other choice is obliteration. I can't tell you all why I don't like Silostra, but Silostra is a laser eyes for Silostra every campaign. I don't really want to join you in your war with any of these guys here. Except for maybe Clark Arond. They're pretty garbage. I'll join you in your war with Clark Arond, and you give me trade. Ooh, all the way up to a defensive alliance? I'm not going to help you in your wars, but defensive alliance sounds great.
Yes, my pretty.
Oh, you're losing the war. Man. Bellacor's finally making the obvious leap. He always turns around and just clobbers Norska when you're playing as Norska, so it's good to see him going after a more obvious target. Over here with the Forbidden Coast. Alright, well, Silostra, as soon as I have the 10 Warpstone, you are 100% getting vassalized. You have no choice. Glad we have the cash now, though. And we can start bringing in some of her units. So once we get... In fact, I'll probably go and actually build one. An outpost for the Awakened and the Drowned. Since we're going to bring in the Awakens faction, we'll do just one with the Drowned. The Minor Settlement, does it tell us? Minor Settlement. Minor Settlement. Minor. Did she have a major under her control? Oh, the Twisted Glade. Right. Yeah, it's her provincial capital. We'll snag that then. Get us access to some mortars, some cannonades, or carronades, depth guard, bloated corpses. The bloated corpses I think we want to bring in just for the fun of it. We'll see how much those guys cost through Allied. Alright, sweet. Who all needs to move? Looks like a hefty dose of no one. So we zoom on in here with Nagash and pass the turn. Just skip a bunch of stuff. Raponce wants a peace treaty. No, Raponce, there is only the void. Savage orcs. Oh, jeez. Okay, so only 2 of them attacked. I mean, that means we can maybe... God, that many rogue idols is just ridiculous. This army's not as scary. It's nothing but Savage Orc biggins. Alright, so let's get the Lichbone Pendant added to... I don't know. I guess the Nagash is our guard because they're going to be holding the line the longest. Salek could also use... Damnation. This is gonna be a spicy one. Go ahead and with a quick save, and we will be right back with the recording, so just in case of any crashes. Alright then. Well, I'm a little bit concerned by this. We should have some pretty high tier walls, so they're not going for any kind of. They're just gonna go up and over with the butt ladders. So let's take it on in. Defensive Kimry begins. Alright, so we will only really be able to defend the walls strongly in one position. Start deployment. Yes, we're going to need to rely on our towers for the most part here. These towers are at least the tier that's going to be shooting the javelins. They'll be doing a fair bit of damage. They've got no missiles, no artillery. It's all just big bashy boys. Which does give us a bit of an advantage, at least in the final countdown here, where we're going to basically... The final plan is just going to be hold up here with the two barricade monuments to give us the healing. And extra leadership. At least that's going to be pretty much the one and only way we handle this. Bats are going to be for hitting guys as they get up on their ladders, because they'll be exhausted and they'll only be fighting kind of one at a time. Man. Okay, so let's get all of the bats. Can you not... Oh yeah, you can. Control, double click gives you all of them at once. Bring all of you guys. Still need to be in guard mode. Got a weird array of troops here. Spearmen. The Hekaran warriors. Aaron Wraiths are going to be amazing. So much so we're going to probably want to keep the Karen Wraiths back in the back the entire time. They are going to cut right through the Savage Orc Biggins, but Savage Orc Biggins are so strong they'll cut right back through them, so... Artillery, I'm going to go ahead and have you guys hold up at the back, because otherwise they'll get wiped out. We'll probably keep them in single shot mode, firing on the big nasties on their way in. And the one unit of Nagash is our guard with the halberds. Okay, so these guys are going to stay in the back too. Need one of our magical attack boys need to be ready to defend. Cavalry, how many golems? 2. Then you have access to Invocation of the Heck and the Dance Macabre, Fireball, and Staff of Damnation. I think I'm going to have him deploy over here on the walls, and he's going to just throw fireballs at this enemy lord the whole way in, and then turn and run, since he is a... Can you not get up on the walls? What's wrong with our vampire? No, he's on a horse! Well, he will his way across the field. He's gonna be a bit in a... That's a bit precarious. Wanted him to wipe out the enemy lord, but he... Actually, how fast are you comparatively to their cavalry? 78 speed, they have... How much on the Boar Biggins? 70? I think they would catch up. We could draw them on a merry chase, though, and shoot them to pieces with our towers. That could be a play. So let's do something like this entire corner. You just run out immediately and hustle around the corner. And we'll have the bats help too, so if he gets caught by them, maybe over here, it wouldn't be a big deal at all. And these archers are really not going to be our main damage. We want to have them set up and blast for as long as they can. Gotta spread them out just a little bit here. There we go. We get all the towers active. We don't want a single one not blasting away. We'll have one of the units of spearmen back here just in case they do catch up. Biggins move quite quickly. Oh yes, our one squad of glowing ghouls. I mean, these guys also going to be pretty incredible. They have magical attacks and that warpstone touch. So for the final blob fight, they're going to be very effective. Oh yes, the basic Tomb Guard. People deploy back here as well. Okay, so I'm going to use a couple of the spearmen as just tower activators. Pretty sure we only need the one unit and they can basically spread across the entirety of both. Can I use the control down? No. I'm pretty positive they can... There we go, just like that. I was pretty positive they can get all those towers activated at once. And we'll do the same thing over here, if possible. This one may not be because of the elevation. Yeah, and that's fine. We'll just have these towers active so that they come around the corner, they'll get shot to pieces. So everyone on the towers, we're going to get them in a group. That way I can easily bring them back. It's not doing the normal thing. Group you guys and then bring you in the same bunch. That's together. We don't really need a bunch of groups. Just a couple. They're going to capture this zone pretty effectively. We are really just going to hold back at the very back here. Gash is our guard. I don't really want to be up in the very forefront, but if we have no choice, we've got no choice. So Nagash is our guard, Toon Guard. Skeletal Spearmen there, Nehekaran Warriors on this side. One set of golems up here between those two towers, and the other ones can be over here since these Nehekaran warriors aren't quite as tanky. Knights to go be disruptive wherever they can. Actually, let's have them be on this side so they can help out with the Warboy Biggins. Alright. As far as the rest goes, we're going to want to save our supplies for one of the higher tier towers. We're going to want to get everything stocked back up in here and get ready for that final wave. Let it begin. Let you hold Sheik out that way. Bats come over to assist, and then the Knights come out too. Run, run, run. We have to give him the Dance Macabre, we will. That'll speed him up quite a bit. We'll see if we need it. They really don't want to get in range. Alright, so let's go ahead and activate Master of the Dark Arts, throw a fireball towards them. I think going in the end. They're closing that gap quickly. We can check the map here to see how close they are. Fireball splashes in, taking out quite a few. Go ahead and fall back. Looks like they see what my strategy is. They're gonna get through this gate with a quickness. So let's try to have these two fall back. They may not make it. Alright, walls have been deployed over here. Or ladders have been. So archers fall back. We'll have the spearmen just kind of hold the line. We'll leave these archers up top here. Ladders have docked at all walls, so they have. It'll leave a couple of the archers up. Legionary Barrage. Ooh, what a beautiful target here. It's not safe to climb those ladders, orcs. Youch. Well, it's not exactly safe to be one of our archers either anymore. Alright, so we should have the proper amount of supplies needed to make some good towers. So let's go ahead and pop in. Get a cannonball tower here, and then the leadership bump here. Run, archers, run. Looks like not all of them got away. Right, here comes the secondary troop. Our lord got caught by the cavalry while I wasn't paying attention, so let's go ahead and send in the bats. Wipe them out, bats. Draw them away just a bit further. They are inside the walls. Man, they got through quickly. Give them the Dance Macabre on the way in. Also go ahead and give them the Staff of Damnation to really juice up that melee attack and watch them get to work. Alright, let's go ahead and put in the other leadership bump here. Archers, run for your lives. Spearmen are doing a pretty good job holding. Alright, cavalry got wiped out. Let's bring our own cavalry. Oh, where are you guys hiding? If they have any of their units get too exposed, let's bring them back inside the walls. We can wipe them out pretty quickly. Come on back towards the unit. So we need those heals, so we'll bring them all back this way. Bats, come on in, and we'll swarm probably one unit of the biggins. Go ahead and chuck a fireball towards the trolls as they advance. Your gates are destroyed. Yeah, so they are. We aren't really going to be able to slow them down at all. So let's just focus on juicing up these towers in the back line here. I'll take a tier 2 tower so we get some more damage. So the biggins are coming on back. Very brave of them. We got more Legionary Barrage. I think we saved these. We could also drop in an Endless Tomb. Come on back this way. Let's bring 3 of the bats over to help. 2 of the bats go ahead and drop in on top of these Savage Orc Biggins. Then 1 here. Bring them on back towards our towers, please. Let's go ahead and charge the trolls, get a nice smash in with our cab, and then have them fall back. Use up those bats as much as you can. Master the Black Arts. Look how much damage these poor boys took on the way in from our towers. Throw the fireball towards the trolls for me. Big blob of orcs anywhere? Nah, not yet. Archers, hold the line. Distract them for as long as you can. And stay up on top here. Get another 900. We can also almost get another tower in here. Knights slam in. Didn't get as much damage as I nearly thought, The trolls are pretty main. Alright, start firing on the rogue idol for me. Knights now fall back quickly now. Quick as you can. They're done. Go ahead and bring you in to go after the trolls in the back line here. Bats are not winning that fight, unfortunately. To be expected, though. Burn fire on these biggins. Where are you going, trolls? Looks like one of the units of knights did not survive the attack. Let's have these archers try to lead them on a merry chase away from anything important. They're trying to stay away from our lord. Can't blame them. Here's a perfect opportunity for a Legionary Barrage, though. Go right through here. Guess you run for too long, but let's see if we can... I only have 1 unit. I thought we had more of the cavalry blobbed up. I go slam in. Bats, go join. Oh, I didn't mean to master the dark arts. I guess it does work, but it's not what my initial plan was. Slam back in. Knights get back behind our line here. At least a couple of the archers made it back. Take them down. Those biggins got swarmed. Lovely. Biggins are tough, but everyone's got a weakness, and swarms tend to be that. More of them are fleeing on away. Our archers did get caught, unfortunately. Here come the trolls. Magic towers should start blasting away. They're gonna go straight down the middle, looks like. Can't blame them. Doomguard, go ahead and advance. They took down the walls over there. Lovely. Not really that big a deal, though. Have you all attack, except for the Vampire Lord. We'll pull him away. Use up one of these bats. Then turn to hit him. Alright, so they approach. They're blasting into those river trolls. Not sure why it's turned all around like that, but so it has. You only hit units that are further away, go after the rogue idol then. Pull everyone here away. That giant is easily handling that many bats. Or I guess it's a rogue idol. All the armor is going to keep the bats from doing anything. Alright, they approach. Golems hold the line. Pull the other archers over. Actually, we can use them to fire on these giants. Gashes our guard, bring yourself. Bats, get ready to help out the spearmen on the walls. Wipe out those Savage Orcs. We'll have the Vampire Lord try to sneak past. They've got a lot of cavalry, though. Alright, Wa active. A little bit longer and we can get this tier of Magic Tower, too. Battle of Helm's Deep progresses. Let's get some damage on these trolls. Thankfully, those giants shouldn't stick around for that much longer. Their leadership will shatter. Send in the Warpstone Ghouls. And the Halberdier Guard. Aaron Ray's get down there, and actually, let's wait on you guys. Go ahead and have the entire surviving bat swarm go ahead and land on these biggins. They're keeping the others nearby just to help. I think we can probably handle them. Like they're sending all the big beasties in first means as long as we can rob them some proper. The wraiths. Our leadership is not holding. After this zone, we need to start getting the momentum back on our side. Then the Dance Macabre on their way in. Heal this group. No, because they're on the walls. Fair enough. Get a Legionary Barrage through here because it's 3 squad, 3 units all at once. You two, come on and try to capture this zone for me. If we lose our leadership, we lose the battle. Come on then. Hold the line, boys. And actually, I am going to use our Endless Tomb here because I'm not losing Kimry. We refuse to lose Kimry. Those biggins got mauled on the wall. Blasting away. It is not good that we have no good line of sight. Fire at will. Let's go ahead and have a night charge. What just hit you guys? Actually, a night charge here to break whatever's in the center. Then we'll have the glowing ghouls move around. Maybe not that way though. Oh, we're down into a PowerPoint. Too much going on. As long as we don't get too close, we shouldn't cause any crashing. We're gonna stay a little ways away. Come on, then. We need to get our Lord round to capture that zone, but as soon as we get the leadership point here, that'll help out, like, immensely. The lads with wings are all done. Fair enough. Ah, we're starting to lose the troops. Come on, leadership point. We need you now more than ever. The bone throwers are just not able to do much. Get them on the corners. Actually, we defeated this flank, so charge everyone round. Glowing ghouls get in there. Heals drop. Go ahead and take out this war boss. Wipe them out. I used the wrong one. Have our bone golems come around and tie up these trolls. That's so many rogue idols. Oh, it looks like they did catch changes. This thing doesn't capture. Fair enough. Having it capture was broken. Yeah, lose the center. Alright, that war boss is about done. This one is going to be doomed here very quickly. Golems, get over here so you can heal. We're not going to recapture this zone, which is unfortunate. 1500 to upgrade the tower further. That we really need to do. Cut them down. Karen Rays come away to heal a bit. Rogue idols are a nasty bit of business. Everyone that did not go where I wanted it.
Night comes.
Glowing ghouls give you the extra damage. We can. Grief. Point blank shots. This rogue idol sounds awesome. They have no choice here, Henry. Glowing ghouls are going away. Really too bad. Point blank fireball's gonna be very effective. The problem is they have one more force that I believe is nothing but rogue idols. So one of the rogue idols collapses. Take down this war boss. Powered up heals are a must. Glowing ghouls, you're caught in a bad spot here, unfortunately. Yeah, they still have so many more troops. Yeah, you fought hard, lads. Much respect. Take any of our towers offline. I'm the beast. one more hit, he should go down. We'll fireball into the trolls. Hopefully that doesn't do any too much friendly fire. I hate that you're back here. Go ahead and pursue him. Nah, this line's broken. Unfortunate. Well, we just didn't have it. Didn't have the numbers. Keep the heals flowing. He decided to turn around. Can you guys fire on this guy as he goes?
The cattle right against us.
They do indeed. The cattle are winning. Unfortunately. We've slain so many of them. Unfortunately, we don't get to be like the proper undead factions in other titles where we get to raise up their corpses as they rush in. It's a little sad. As leadership starting to go as well. Come on, man. Take down that war boss. Listen, it works. If you want to be kind, you can just not destroy Kimry, you can just sack it. And let us have the rest. Let that group of river trolls down. I mean, one of the war bosses is dead. Bring yourself round. Just they have so much left, I don't think they're going to care so much. As that crew gets completely flattened by a cavalry charge. Come on, get in there. Hold them back for as long as you can. Try to snipe this lord, too. He's soon, my legions. I don't know about all that. Go ahead, throw a fireball at this giant who's about to fall over. That giant's gone. Go ahead, power your spells up.
Tonight I feast. Lead them.
And here comes the next rogue idol. Quantity plus quality together. See, it's pretty effective, I would say. Keep shooting that giant. Yeah, rogue idols are just, they're an absolute menace.
I am eternal. Night comes.
Yeah, you lads fought hard. In so many orcs. And we know that after the first ritual, they get aggressive quick. Alright, he's all out of magic. And all out of luck, too. We bring these bone... Yeah, come back just a little bit so you can keep firing. Solak will hold the line for as long as he can.
Rip their souls out. Vampire Lord.
Switch it to multi-shot round and try to get some shots in there. Start taking out the blobs of orcs. And it looks like we're doomed. The binding shatters. Just a valiant defeat. Some will call this courageous. It's still a defeat. Alright, Dusty Lobber of Cores managed to drag down the defenders here at Kimry. Let's see how they respond. We did kill quite a few, but man, this Rogue Idol is just silly. And they do still have the army that is, I think, has even more Rogue Idols than this, so let's see how it goes. Oh, they just claim it. Alright, Nagash, seems like that's going to be a job for you. That is it's a nasty army. You lose our outpost, but do we lose the ritual? So much going on. Alright then. So, like I said, do we lose that ritual, or does it stay active? Oh, so all you have to do is at least... If you lose Kimry, it's not that big a deal. I mean, I'm still salty about it, but
Shoot!
And now we have this huge group of Zavadors to deal with. Which is going to take us a bit of time. We'll have you go crush the sand grinder. Fleas like a coward. But we'll follow and have Melvin go clobber these ogres then. Get him, Melvin. Before we do go for the attack, let's go ahead and give the wolves here some frenzy and these other wolves some better leadership. Make sure I'm not losing anyone in this decisive win, and yoink. Get lost. You sandy, rashy ogres. We'll go ahead and take the humiliation. We shall give them all the wedgies and send them on their way. And then Melvin, I'm gonna basically have you charge into. Oh no, here's Thick Skeleton.
I will not disgrace my ancestors.
Oh, well, not. So he will set up over there to defend. Okay, we'll go this way. We'll just go hit Zandri. Set you up to channel, or completely misclick. Set you up to channel.
Bring me flesh to craft.
Spooky Melvin will give you Undead Curse and Raise Dead. Red King's over here leveling up, and he's not even in battle. Give you the Curse of Years because it's a goofy powerful spell. Guard Captain Kevin. Better at charging. More wounds for Meshep. And Colossal Strike for the biggest of Rickus. Well, what do you need most of all? You're so strong, we don't really need you to have anything else. We've already got Dar Scorched Bones, which is going to help out with the Graveguard. So you have a combo of Graveguard and what? Graveguard and White Kings. So it can be Graveguard and whatever else we want. A Graveguard and Ushabti Great Bows, Graveguard and Morghasts. Oh, hang on, now the Morghasts and the Great Bows are benefiting from the same... Sold. Quickest sold ever. Alright. I'm pretty positive we're now at war with Clan Vulcan, so let's go and wipe out some more rats. I'm here for Dominion over Divinity. Use some of our Warpstone. We'll have some more mines under our control here soon. So Krell, let's walk to the Sump Pit, wipe out whatever rats we find here, and we'll basically just cut our way through into Imric's domain. Oh no, Mutant and his clan. Anyway. We'll just go ahead and loot and occupy the Sump Pit so we can get rid of the rats in a hurry. Ravenous dead. So they are. We shall toss in the Field of Bones for replenishment. And then the access to some quick, nice Crypt Ghouls in a hurry. I like Crypt Ghouls far more than the likes of the Hekaran Warriors. So, although you know what, we're like even more than the Hekaran Warriors, Graveguard. Graveguard, Graveguard, Graveguard. So let's do them and get rid of these two elite Skelly Warriors for the Graveguard version. So 5 frontline Graveguard, 3 heavy hitters. These guys are probably going to get the boot for something more like the Morghasts or more Ushabtis. But I do want to keep making some progress. So how fast is it if we bring in the Ushabti? Both things are in a single turn. Knights in just one turn. The Glowing Ghouls, which everyone probably wants at least one of them just for their debuff. Necrosphinx is going to go to Arkin. Let's go ahead and grab one of the glowing ghouls. So we'll get rid of these skelly warriors. And these skelly warriors. And we'll replace them with the warpstone lads. Undead chariots. Well, that's fun. Yeah, and the glowing ghouls will probably replace with Ushabti, or at least one of them will replace with Ushabti later on. We'll see, because I don't think we need this many frontline fighters. So the Nagash is our guard. Well, excellent. I'm actually going to give them the boot here soon. Those will be the ones we get rid of. Let's make Krell's armor stronger across the board, and then we'll ignore the rest of his needs. Spike Peak. I think we'll go for the Fetid Mire to make sure if anyone does make it on in, they're going nowhere. And once we do grab a bit more land, we'll probably dismantle that for the Soul Siphon. Duralek Catacombs here, and then better walls at Crooked Fang Port. We don't have to worry so much when Thorek comes knocking. Finally dig up the mass open grave. Larkin, we're moving around to Stormane for the hurry. Let's go ahead and drop into channeling stance. And move the edge of Galbaraz here so we're not losing any of our loyalty. Glorious. And actually, we have one additional warpstone to use. Let's use it to teleport over to the Black Pyramid. That would be gaining a little bit more ground, and we can try to actually take back Kimry next turn. They're 100% going to start blowing stuff up around there, but there's nothing really going to be able to do about it. So can we swap this over to leadership? Leadership and melee defense? We'll see. Oh, good. Litgog's here, too. Fair enough, fair enough. Dread King, can you take more territory from Warzag? Let's do so. Actually completely gets rid of Warzag in the Southlands here. We can completely focus on getting rid of Orion next. Or I guess Orion's camp and then into Krokkar. See you fools later. 8,000 gold, that sounds beautiful. Screaming Banner for more terror, and then we will go ahead and claim. I'm not going to worry about allowing them to repair. That's the jungle secured. We'll set up with the Tempest of Death so we can zoom on along here next turn, and then Chasm of Souls for more loot, pop in the Mire here. That way if Kairos wants to come try anything, it's going to take him a while to at least get up to some of these territories. Plus he and Krokkar are dueling. I have noticed some comments talking about we're very lucky that none of our neighbors have declared war. Actually, the only reason they have it is because we are strength rank 1. So everyone hates us and our reliability is low, so this would generally cause all of the AI factions around you to consider you weak and they'll all declare war. However, the stronger you are, the AI always is going to take that into consideration. So if they're like strength rank 93, well yeah, we had something like that declare war on us, it's because they were right on our borders. That's why it took so long for Imrik to declare war, even though it was one of those where normally the AI absolutely would declare war. We were so powerful that they were just scared to. And that's how it's going to work in yours too. They will take that into consideration. Your overall strength rank. That's why it is important to get up armies. You want about as many soldiers as you can overall afford. Even if you're playing tall. You a big hatter because all of the Morghasts are so expensive. Pretty positive all of our lads have corpse caravans. We do want to check.
That intriguing play.
Oh, you do not. We don't need a Necromancer's Apprentice. Give you a corpse caravan to make your buildings cheaper. Alright, works for me. Then we come on in and keep bumping up the twisted malevolence of our war beasts. And Ivan will give you a better charge up to 48. We'll go health. And of Nagash can get some earthing so he doesn't explode when casting spells. There it is. Wait, so does Wurzag have some more? Wurzag have some more territory down here somewhere? These guys are under the sea. I know he's up here. He's got 4 settlements. No, that's all he's got left. All right, Wurzag, I hear you would love a peace treaty. Oh, lots of you would love a peace treaty. That's good to know. Greybeard's Prospectors, I'm happy to peace out with you, just for a turn. Talk at me with your crude language. The Famished we are going to wipe out. The Bloody Hands, I'm happy to get a peace treaty with for a moment. 7k?
Most chosen.
De Leon!
We might even choose peace with... No, never mind, we're right on the edge. We're gonna wipe out the Famished, take peace with a couple of those factions so we get some gold and not have to worry about them. Pick up on the province tab once more, get Sudenburg up. Morgheim, we can grab the glorious ossuary. Let's go for the extra armor building as well. And the binding circle. Sartosa, we can put in the better walls. Upgrade the growth, and then get in the wine building soon. Lakwa, we shall upgrade the haunted mill to the... Well, actually, haunted mill, excuse me, is not as good as the Chasm of Souls. Alright, sweet, we've got a hefty income now.
I'll take Sigmar's throne.
King Agatep. He's got a better army than we do. Lots of skirmishers. So it'd be obnoxious to deal with. What we will do is just go ahead and declare war on the Varus. And you reek of stinkiness, Kalina. And puts us up in an ambush, and we'll have Jan Hansa come in and wipe out a couple of these heroes here. Time to die. Now Jan Hansa has earned himself a horse. Yeah.
This night.
Manfred hasn't been moved. He is so bad at ambushing.
God's macabre.
Glorious. Alright, Imric, you shouldn't have declared war on us. That was a mistake. Pull up quickly to see if there's any. We get a defensive alliance with Sylvania. That actually sounds pretty nice.
Welcome.
Get some Sylvanian troops too. And see everything they can see. Sylvania's doing very well for themselves, so I don't want to quite bring Vlad in yet. We'll actually probably bring in the Mortarch of Craziness. The Mortarch of the Abyss. Sooner, since his faction's doing terrible.
What?
Garrison Lord not moved.
Wolves, gather.
Jan Hakat. Yeah, we need to send you to get ready to go after...
I will not blight my soul.
Here's what we'll do. Jan Hakat, come out of here and pretend like you're not there.
The spirits agree.
Sneaky, sneaky. Neferata. Well, Neferata, since all of your units are going to be free immediately to recruit, let's start replacing the Skeleton Warriors with Tomb Guard. Excuse me. I said with Tomb Guard. You won't need the Halberdier Tomb Guard at the moment. That's also not amazing for what we're facing. We need more artillery. Gemstone. That'll make sure we can put in walls. We absolutely will put in walls the next turn at the Silver Pinnacle. Heroes not moved, Imminent Rebellion, all that is stuff we care not about. Let's swing back down to Kimry and pass the turn. Right, an uneventful end turn, except for we do have a rebellion going on in the Border Princes. They immediately attack Argalee. Bugger off, Aldrich. We are going to take your gold. Alright, but that is going to be all the time I have got for today. We are going to leave things off pretty much in a really good state. So we have pieced out with most of the other factions in the Arabian coast here, just so we can keep wiping out our immediate enemies. The Dread King we are going to send directly into Orion's camp to try to wipe them out, depending on how weak they currently are. If they're too strong, we'll just ignore them and go after the Golden Tower and continue on into Krokkar's lands. Undead troops hardly cheer when their leader is the first in melee, but somehow it all still counts. We also completed the Gain Substantial Income mission, giving us 1,000 treasury. Banner of the Hidden Dead, so 15% speed. Vanguard and Stalk, that's incredible. Especially for your Tomb Scorpions. Then you got Moonshine, a classic pirate brew. Deals extra damage, but you have a weakness to fire, all full of decor, and you become unbreakable. Very nice. Well, thank you all so much for stopping by today's Legions of Nagash campaign. In the next one, we'll be taking back Kimry. If you enjoyed today's video, please remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub to the sub zone, and I'll see you all in the next one.